Hey, welcome to the Anytune live tutorial. Welcome to the Anytune live tutorial. Yeah, we're very happy to see all of you and thank you for stopping by. And I'm Uli from Anytune and I'm here to answer all your questions. So we will do that every Tuesday, same time as now. And yeah, first let me quick see if the stream here is on. Give me 1 second before we get going. So let me see if the stream is on. Okay. Yeah, see the stream. So yeah, I'm Uli from Anytune and I'm in Frankfurt, Germany. And my colleague Tony is in Ottawa, Canada. And he will feed me the questions. So all your questions, just post them. And please also say what platform you want me to show you, give you the answers to your questions, like iPhone, iPad, or Mac. So 1 second. Got a quick post in a couple of groups. And I got everything on the screen. I got the Mac version on the screen. I got the iPhone. I got the iPad. I'm going to show you in 1 second. So almost done. We get started. Okay. Like I said, write your questions and Tony will forward them to me and I will answer. So almost done. And this is it. Okay. So here I am. We will also stream the tutorial tomorrow on YouTube. So in case you want to tell some of your students, some of your friends about it, to check it out. Let me show you. We will be here, Anytune. If you put Anytune in. So that's Anytune Germany here. There's German tutorials only here. Go to the Anytune English side. And you see already we announced for tomorrow the live tutorial. And tomorrow at 6 p.m. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time, we will replay the tutorial from today, but you can ask questions in the stream and we will answer your questions. All right, so like I said, we got the Mac version here, so I can do everything. Switch it. I got the iPhone here. Wait a minute, so that's the iPhone. And we can switch to the iPad too. So, like I said, if you in a shared stream, please come to our Facebook site because that's the chat room. You can only ask questions if you're in the stream on our page. If you're in the shared version, we will not get your messages. All right. So yeah, let's go. So Nicholas Turturro, is it possible to add more A/B points? Yeah, you can. Let me show you on the Mac version. It's the best if you say what platform, iPhone, iPad or Mac. So let's do this on the Mac quick. Like I could just mark a part, left mouse click in the timeline up here, and then I press save loop, and you see the loop shows up here. I do another one, press save, and it shows up here, right? And I can go so on and so on, as many as I want, as I like. And now if I press on this one, it jumps to the first loop. Go to the second one. So that's how I can do with the A, B, different loops. I can also just press this plus here, and it adds a tag. So you see position mark, it shows up here, and another one, let's say put one here, and I'll put another one here, and another one here. Now if I activate auto loop, which is this sign here, it loops automatically between two tags. So see, so that's the two ways to loop, set loops, either with the tags and auto loop or A and B. You can also manually go here, set a marker, and then we go here and set a B, and then press save, and you see it shows up here. So you go somewhere else, or you and those here you can rename if you want to, little presets, and so on. So, and if you want to get rid of them, you just mark them, right mouse click, delete, and they're all gone. So on the iPhone, for instance, this would be, let me see, this would be, you go here to loops and set A, you set a B, and say save loop. So now let's say we go to the marker list, and there you see is your first loop, right? So this is here is play. So we would go here and set a tag, and another tag, and another tag, as many as you want. And now if you want to loop between those tags, you just put on outer loop, and now you loop between tags, and you can go to the marks list and pick. Same on the iPad. Let me show you the iPad. 1 second. There we go. So on the iPad, that would be, wait a minute, mouse went to sleep. Wake up, mousey. Okay, so you go here. It's all on one screen here. You go A, you go B, save loop. And now if you go in the marks list, you see the loop already up here. So you would say now, you set, let's say, a tag, and another tag, and another tag. You put on auto loop, and now it loops between tags. If you want to get rid of them, you say edit, mark them all, trash can, and all the markers are gone. You can also erase them one by one. So, oh, no questions yet? So yeah, let me just go through a couple things till the questions coming in. If you press and hold this button, the play button, you get a little menu where you can say, okay, delayed start. Tony said Slack is not working. Wait a minute. So I can get your questions. Wait a minute. We will fix that in a second. Let's see. Wait a minute. Is it working now? Wait a minute. We got a little problem here with communication. Can I
just tell you questions?
Yeah, we have to, because Slack is right now it's not working. Okay, what's the question? Tony?
Isolate different instruments on the iPad.
Okay. Hey, Fran. So we got a little communication problem with our message program. I don't know what's up. So Tony has to tell me the question. So you want to isolate instruments on the iPad. So you go down here to the mode section and click on this thing here, which is called reframe. So let me play the song. If I switch this on, you see this little window here, and you can define it. You can try to find the saxophone. Let me take another one, because this is like different horns. This is a little bit harder. Let me take the blues song here. So we down here on reframe, and let me press play. Oh, it's the same song. My bad. That's what I was looking for. No. This should be it, sorry. The reframe function. Let's see. So this is like isolate just what you see in the window. And my mouse is floating. Come on, mouse. There, come. This back. Okay. Let's say I want to transcribe the bass. It takes a whole window, put it down here, and press and hold this, and go 24. There's a bass. Can slow it down. So I'm a bass player, so all my bass lines are transcribed that way, right? So let's go back to regular pitch. So what I did is transpose it up 2 octaves. If you double tap here, tap, it goes back to 0. If I oh, my mouse making problems. Mouse. finger, so I can scroll here through the spectrum. Here I find the rhythm guitar. So basically, just adjust the window and look around to find what you're looking for. Or you make a hole in the middle and isolate, eliminate what you don't want to hear. So let me take another track with some vocals. Wait a minute. So we take this one here. Okay. That way you eliminate the vocals or the other way around. Okay, look for different. So that's basically how you isolate instruments. Okay, Tony, next question. Tony? Hello?
Ty wants to know how to skip a second verse in a song.
Say again, please, what?
To skip the second verse in a song.
To skip a verse?
I use a skip mark to skip part of a song.
Oh, okay. On what device? Let me show you on the. Let's do it on a Mac. Okay. This takes the iPhone. The iPhone. Wait a minute. Okay, let me switch to the iPhone quick. And put the sound on. Okay, let me just quick erase those things here, those marks. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, let's say we got this song here. I go into play. This part where I set the two markers, let's say this is what I want to eliminate, right? So now I go to marks and enable retune. And now I go to the first marker and tap on the little eye here. And now, wait a minute.
Yeah. At the top, you don't have to use retune. Just make it into a skip mark.
Where was that again? Here? No. This on the iPhone. never used it on iPhone. A skip mark. Where was that, Tony? Here?
Just go back to the waveform view. Yeah, see the little eye there? Click on the eye.
Wait a minute. Yeah, on the eye.
You gotta shut retune off. You don't need retune on.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Where are we? Retune.
Go back to the. Just go back to the.
Wait a minute.
It doesn't look right.
Wait a second. Yeah. Okay. Put the retune off. Okay. So and now. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And this one, and now it's the skip mark. Sorry, I use the iPhone so so rarely. So now, if I play it from here, so wait a minute. See, it skipped from here to there. Let me go to the other one, and that's the skip mark here. You see a little arrow, and let's say, so it skipped that whole part. And if you share the song, it will cut the part out. So what you can do now, you can re-import it to Anytune. So do you have a version as an audio file which where this part is missing? So you just go here on Anytune and send it back into Anytune. So it's done. Let's go back, and now the song is here with that part missing in the list. Okay, next question.
I'm just asking about the treble control. So the treble is just EQ, right?
The treble control. I mean the EQ.
Right.
Okay, let's go back to the iPad. All right, so the EQ. Let's open the song here. And the EQ is right here. So you enable it, and then we have different presets. So like this is a 9-band EQ, and I can I like with EQ. And also, when I got the EQ setting that I will want to use somewhere else, I go on plus here and make a user preset. I can name that whatever I want to, and save, and now it's in my presets and I can use it in other songs. It's about user-defined preset. Also, you can do them globally. If you want the EQ on every song in your list, you just go here on settings and globals and defaults and switch on global equalizer. Now every song that you open will have the same EQ going. So okay, and this is the same on the iPhone. And let's see if we go back to Mac. For instance, it's up here. That's your EQ. And no, sorry, that's your EQ here, and you take your preset. And do your settings. And activate it. Okay. Next question.
So Meryl wants to know how to sync her iPad and her iPhone so they have the same songs playlist.
The iPhone and the iPad. Okay.
She wants to sync, iPhone and iPad.
Okay. Our Slack is still unavailable. So, okay, let's say we have the songs on the iPad, right? And we want to sync everything with the iPhone. So now here's the thing. That is the sync. Wait a minute. That's where the backups are saved. Those you need later to play back. Now all those tunes that you have in your tunes list have to be on the iPhone too. Now Apple does not allow us to send the song files from the iPad to the iPhone through the iCloud. So actually you have to export all those songs. If you have them somewhere on your desktop, is good. Then just put them in a Dropbox and put them on the iPhone. If you don't, you just gotta go one by one. Go on the song, then go on export here, export song, and select original song, so nothing is changed. And then you go to open in here, export, and say let's save it. I use a Dropbox, for instance. Go to Dropbox, and let me see different folder so we can see this later. Take Anytune songs and say okay, put it here. Okay, so the first song is saved. Now let me put a couple settings quick on the next song so you see that the settings are synchronized too. Let's just put a couple of marks here and put it 50% speed and a little up. Okay, now you go back to the tunes list and select export, export song, original song, on open in and save to Dropbox. Anytune songs right here. Okay, now you have to do that with all the songs that you want to have on your iPhone too, right? So let's do number 3, and we put this like this, and we got Equalizer on here. You see that? And export it. Original song via open in to Dropbox. Okay, now I got 3 songs in the Dropbox. Okay, those backups here they saved automatically, right? So wait a minute, let me export everything right now so I have all the settings that I just made. I say backup to and save. So okay, this is in the list here. Now I go to the iPhone. 1 second. Okay, now we are on the iPhone, and to make it easier so we can see what exactly happened is I'm going to make a playlist quick. For this I go to the green plus sign here, make a new playlist and call it import. Okay, and now I go back to the plus sign, go to Dropbox and to my folder, and the songs that I don't know which ones I did now. Let's see. A43 and A. It was 43 copy. That's Tennessee Twist. So okay, now I got these songs in here, and now I go to say wait. Open one of those songs here. Go up here and go to cloud. And now I see my backup here, the last one that I made. And have all tunes imported and select them all and say restore. And now all my songs that I imported into the iPhone have the same settings than they had on the iPad. And it's the same on the Mac. So if you have your songs already on the desktop and you don't have to pull them off the iPhone or the iPad, it's even better. If you don't...
Music library, Uli.
Say what?
If the songs are in your music library, they're synced automatically across devices. So all you have to do is restore.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. If you have songs, in your iPhone and in your iTunes library, then you only have to load them, and you just play the. Do we have to load them, Tony?
No.
You don't have to load them. Okay, you just play the backup back, and everything that's in your iTunes library on the iPhone and on the iPad will automatically have the settings when you import the songs, right? That's the same on the Mac, but on the Mac, let me see. On the Mac, you have to pull the songs different. So, like all your tunes you have in here that are not in the iTunes list, you do right mouse click, get info, export original song. So now you can put the original song in the, let's say, in the Dropbox, and now from the Dropbox you can go on the iPhone or iPad, import them, and it plays the settings back. And the settings on Mac are up here in Files, Config, Export. So here you import your backup from the cloud. There you see the last one that I did on the, I think, iPad that you can play back. Or you can say you want to export your settings to File or to iCloud. So if you don't use iCloud, you can also export it as a file, and then go, when you import it, say import from a file, right? And you can do that also on let me see, on the iPad. From a file, you go to, wait a minute. from File, you go to Settings, scroll all the way down, and then, no, that's where you share the settings. And when you want to open the settings, you just take the settings file and put it in the Dropbox, click on it, and then say open in with Anytune, and then it will all be imported to the iPhone version. All right, next question.
John wants to isolate bass tracks on the Mac version.
You want to isolate bass tracks. I mean, you can, let me see. Wait a second. So let's take a song. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Let's take the song here. And that's basically how you do it, but like really isolating that you really hear the bass alone is not really, I mean, that you really like hear a track like in the studio recorded single is not possible yet. So if you want to transcribe the bass, right, again, what I do is right mouse click, +24, slow it down a little bit. And you hear pretty clear what the bass is playing. All right, next question. Tony?
How do you import export on Mac?
Import export.
Just know over that, right?
You mean the settings files? Or songs?
Can you just talk about how you import and export songs on the Mac?
Import and export songs on the Mac. Okay. Import. Wait a minute. So I want to import a song. I just open the Finder and say what?
Right, with Anytune or double click it.
Yeah. So wait a minute. So you just take you open folder with songs and just drag it into Anytune, right? And say yes, I have it already in here. I gotta wait a minute so I can add it here. Let me take a song that I don't have in there yet. Wait a minute. No, 1 second. Let me see some songs. Okay. So I'll take a song, pull it in here, and say import, and there it is, right? Now I'm already here in the playlist. I can do this here too if I go to tunes and do the same thing. I take a song and pull it in here. Okay, and every song that is in my tunes list, I just grab it here and pull it into a playlist, right? And I can also do this over the plus sign here, import, and then the Finder opens and I can pick whatever I want and import it from here. this is the iTunes Apple Music folder. So whatever is in your music app here will show up here, right? So this is not editable. I cannot add anything to those four here because that's the Apple Music app. So you have to add them here at the Apple Music app, and then they will show up in the first four here. And that's your tunes. That's all your tunes. And here's your playlists, right? So you can import the songs into here, or you can import the songs into all tunes. And so now you want to export the songs. So you go on a song and say export tune song. Now the song will be exported with all settings like tempo, like pitch, loops, text, equalizer, and everything. But whatever you set, this will export it with a song. You can choose if you want a WAV file, AIFF or M4A, and the bitrate, and then you just export the song, right? Or you can say you export wait a minute, no, that's actually just the settings file. Okay, that's the way. Here you export the song, and I showed you how to import it. All right, next question.
There's a question from Keith on the Mac app. How do I view only those tunes from iTunes I've downloaded from the cloud?
How do I delete?
How do I view?
How do I view the songs that are only downloaded from the cloud? Is that cloud set?
So on iOS you have the button to say...
Yeah, on iOS, but he wants to know on the Mac, right? He wants to know on the Mac, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
on the Mac you could sort by the state there. Put all the cloud ones in one spot and all the download ones.
I don't know. You can only see all the songs here, right?
Right. If you go to the iTunes songs list,
Yeah, I'm on the songs list. Yeah.
the iTunes songs list, sorry, yeah, and then if you click on the second column, you can sort by songs that are either in the cloud or not in the cloud.
Oh, okay. I don't have any songs in the cloud. That's why I don't see nothing. I never had any in the cloud either. So it would show right here with different icons that show you that they're on the cloud, right? Okay, next question.
From the filter on the bottom when you're searching for song.
Next question.
Keith is wondering about filtering beyond simple sorting. Can you hear me?
You got the next question, Tony?
Uli, can you hear me?
I hear you.
So Keith was wondering, beyond simple sorting, can you filter the songs? And there's the filter box at the bottom that you can use.
Can you filter them? I don't know what you mean filter them.
Well, there's a filter box in the bottom right of all the songs.
Oh, here to filter them. Okay, and what you want to do?
sort the columns, or you can use the filter to filter on whatever the view is that you're currently looking.
Okay. Next question.
And yes, you can click on the titles of the columns to sort ascending and descending, modify date, each one of those.
Next question.
Can I add my own measures to a song?
Measures, not really. Anytune doesn't work by measures. It's, wait a minute, let me open a song. So you don't really have no way to add measures unless you want to set a marker every measure. So you could like let the song play it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me add markers by hitting M. All right. Let's go back and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have a tag every bar. So that's actually the only way I could think you could mark a bar. All right, next question.
Another question about synchronizing between Mac and iPad. I've been using the Mac version for a while, just downloaded Anytune Pro. How do I get my stuff from the Mac onto the iPad?
Oh, we did that already. Like if you have the songs only, if you have all your songs here in the Mac All Tunes library, right? You don't have them in an extra folder or something. You just added them from somewhere, and that's where you have them. You have to go song by song. Right mouse click, get info, and export original song, right? And put them maybe in the Dropbox. That's the easiest way to transfer stuff from Mac to iOS for me. You can also do it to the Files app and but actually I always use the Dropbox. So you got to go song by song and export the original song, and when you have them all together, then to make sure you have the latest settings file, you do config export over iCloud and say all songs, Mac user backup, and say save. And now you go to the iPad. Right. Wait a minute. Second, iPad froze. What a day that so. Let me see. iPad completely froze. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. I have to restart that here. Okay. It will be right back. 1 second. And iPad. iPad is back. Okay. 1 second. Sound. So. Okay. Now on the iPad, you would go to the plus and then go to your Dropbox folder where you put all your songs, exported all your original files from the Mac, and import them one by one, right? So this is not songs, wait a minute, mouse going crazy. Let me see, let's say that would be all your songs here, then you would just click on them and import them. And once you imported all the songs on the iPad that you had exported from the Mac into the Dropbox, you go to settings, to iCloud backups, and you get your Mac user backup number 3. And you play that back, and then you have all your settings exactly on the iPad as you had on the Mac, including playlists, Equalizer, marks, text, everything that was set, folders that was set on the Mac is going to be mirrored on the iPad. But you have to first export all the files, song files from the Mac, and re-import them into Tunes on the iPad before you can play the settings file back. All right, next question.
But only if you're using iCloud Music Library or you're syncing your device, it's a lot easier. You can just, if you're on your Mac, plug your new iPhone in and sync your entire music library so it's on your iPhone. Then you just have to go to the cloud and click Restore All, and all your settings and everything is all set.
Yeah, if you have everything in iTunes, then you just play your settings, your settings back from the Mac, and everything is there. But this only works if all your songs come here from iTunes.
Can you show us how to use Live Mix? Derek's asking.
Oh, Live Mix. Okay. 1 second. So this would be Live Mix. This is when you have an external sound card hooked up to your device. It works on Mac, it works on iPhone, it works on iPad. You can mix the signal, the external signal, with the music that is playing, with the song that is playing. So let's say right now I cannot hook up an external sound card because my iPad is connected over Lightning to the Mac to mirror through QuickTime. But I can switch on the microphone here, and maybe you hear it a little bit. Let me see if the echo comes. Hello. 1 2 checking 1 2. It worked earlier. So this is your input here, right? If you switch that on, you should hear the signal. Oh, something comes here. Wait a minute. Let me see. To get the echo, I had it earlier. Sometimes it works. That's a built-in microphone. So there would be, let's say, I would hook up a guitar to the interface, and I would hear it now, right? And I could change the volume of the guitar to mix it against the volume of the track. The right side here is for the track, so I can change the volume of the track, and I can do different pannings. So if I press this and hold this, I have balance, mono, pan, meaning if I have like a song that is only on one side, maybe it's a play along track that has drums and bass on one side and piano on the other side. But I want to play the piano, so I would pan it to one side and put mono on. So I get the one channel, the left channel, let's say would be left channel, with the drums and the bass would be on both ears, right? So there's different panning options. You just gotta see what you need. So you press that button and hold it, and the menu opens. The same is for the input. You have the same panning options, depending on what kind of signal you have, right? So basically, this is a live mix. The live mix also has the possibility to add an equalizer. So you see, this is the microphone. So this would be the input, the equalizer for the input for this side, for the left side. And you can set another equalizer for the song, right? And the equalizer for the input is by default in settings set that it is global, right? Input global equalizer. Meaning, once you set the equalizer for your input, it's going to be the same equalizer for all songs that you open, right? Unless you want different equalizers, then you would disable global equalizer and set different equalizers on each song, like how you need it. And the same you can do on iPhone, and the same on Mac. Let me see. The live mix section on Mac is here. There's one side. There's a song. You get your equalizer setting for Mac, and this is pan. Right mouse click. Lets you choose if you want to center or mono or whatever. And on the left button is the volume for the track. Right, double click, set it back. And this is the input. If you activate this one here, then you have the input is activated. Same, right mouse click, and you can do the panning for the input. And this is the equalizer for the input on and off. And if you want to set the equalizer for the input, you go here, and this equalizer for input, you set something. Okay. And then this is for the music, whatever you like. So it's two different ones. And you activate the one for input, you activate here. You see, it's the same button. And here is the equalizer for the song. Okay, next question.
I don't see any more questions right now, I believe. I might have missed some as I scrolled by, so if anyone has any questions, please add them.
Yeah, depending where you are, if you're not on our site, then please go to Anytune app, Facebook page, and go in the stream. Right there, the chat room, enter the live stream, and then in the live stream you can send messages to us, and we get the message. If you in a watch party that somebody created, you will not reach us. So you have to come to Anytune app. Yeah, by the way, it would be really nice if you like what we do here, if you share our live tutorial or do a watch party, we would really appreciate. Yeah, let me introduce you one of our supporters, Franz Hackel from Austria. He's a brilliant trumpet player, and he lives in New York, played with brilliant musicians. So he has been supporting us for a while, so I thought I've just introduced Franz to you for 1 minute. And if you like a good trumpet, good jazz trumpet, go on YouTube, check out Franz Hackel. his family in Austria builds excellent trumpets. So if you looking for a good trumpet, check this out. So 1 minute, and I will be right back. No, wait a minute. Sorry. No. Push the wrong button again. So now we got it. Sorry.
You never guess what instrument I play. But here I am, a trumpet player, producer, composer, brass instrument maker. I'm based in New York City, and my name is Franz Hakel, and I'm very fortunate to work with some of the best musicians on earth. I play in some major jazz clubs and festivals. As a band leader, I have my own festival and academy, the Outreach Music Festival and Academy. And some of my works, orchestral works, get premiered at major concert halls.
I can't hear any audio.
So I'm a very busy guy, and I'm very lucky to be able to do what I do. And what I need is, of course, the best tools available to do that. And my tools are this wonderful Hakel trumpet. So I actually grew up with an endorsement deal. My dad makes custom horns since 1965. And Anytune Pro is also a very important tool for me for teaching, but also for myself to practice. I use Anytune Pro for many years by now, and it continues to amaze me. The functionality, audio quality, and also how
Yes,
accurate
Tony.
you can edit stuff on it. It's actually wonderful that that's possible on the smartphone, and some of the functions go way beyond what even fully blown digital audio workstations would do. So congratulations to this wonderful piece of software.
Yeah, that was Franz from Austria. Really nice guy and great trumpet player. So yeah, we're back. Is there any more questions? Does Slack work again, Tony?
I sent a message if you can, or if you're getting it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Alan has a question. He routinely uses the keys to jump between marks while playing music. But
Can you send me his question?
He's accidentally turning on play next. Would you be able to show us how play next works?
Can you send me his question? Alan, okay, here's a question. I routinely use the arrow keys to jump between markers while music is playing. Fantastic feature, everyone should do. But if I accidentally hit the N key, I lose this functionality. The N key toggles between go to, play next, but the display that shows this lower left corner on the screen on Mac is hard to notice and don't actually understand the difference between those two modes. Further, this display doesn't stay on the screen. It disappears after you play the music once. Wait a minute, the N key. So, wait a minute. So you have, meaning you have, let's set a couple of markers. Let me leave the equalizer. Okay.
So the N key turns on and off. So I think if you just
So wait a minute.
what it means.
Wait a minute. So we have a couple of markers here now. So you go left, right, and if you hit the N key, you put on play next and put play next off. So let me see again what exactly the question is. But if I accidentally hit the end key, I lose this functionality. So right, the toggles between go to and play next. Hard to notice and don't actually further this. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That that sign, that play next sign is right here. So that is what Alan was talking about. So if I press N, you see it turns blue. I press N again and it toggles on and off. So you have to be careful what key you press. Sorry. So this it is what it is. All right. Next question.
But can you show how play next works, Billy?
That wasn't the question.
Okay.
You have another question?
Just 1 second. No questions. I can see.
Okay. Then let me show you the remote pedal, the YouTube pedal, the Bluetooth pedal. So right here I have a IK Multimedia Blue board, and it's a nice device. We have nothing to do with IK Multimedia, so I'm not doing advertisement. I just like it because it works for Mac and it works for iOS. And it has 4 buttons, so you can put 4 functions on the pedal. So let me pull the IRIC Blueboard app. This one you have to install before you can use the pedal, because it translates the Bluetooth information into MIDI, and Anytune needs MIDI to address certain functions to the pedals. It doesn't have to be Bluetooth. If you have a MIDI pedal, you can use control changes from the piano. You can split a master piano into put a split on top for the last 10 keys, and then put, let's say, 10 different functions on the 10 keys. Like whatever you want to control, right? So it works with MIDI devices and with Bluetooth MIDI devices. So let me show you quick. We go up here in Anytune to Preferences, and then MIDI, enable MIDI. And now let's say I like to address play and pause. And I press on Learn here, and then I take the pedal and press button A. Alright. Switch the pedal on, so okay. I press A and it's already working. On, off, on, off. Okay, let's say next button I want to say take loop on and off. Oh, it hung up. What a day. But it's I have so many iPads and iPhones connected to the Mac that it might have a problem here. Wait a second, let me quit the app at one time. Try again. Yeah, okay, now it's working. Loop. Go back to preferences, and moment, and toggle loop on off. I'll take button B, and go to previous mark, let it learn, and go to next mark, let it learn. Okay, it's hanging up. Today, technology does not like us. Let's try again. I did an earlier tutorial in German, and of course it worked perfect, so let's see. Nope. It jumps back. This works. But loop on and off. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so this loop on and off. On the pedal, this start stop. And this is moving through the markers. This goes back and this goes forward. So let's say I want to control the song. And let me kill those markers here. And play it from the beginning. Let me set A and B to the beginning and to the end. Okay, one more time. Okay, let's say this would be the intro, right? So I call this intro, and call this here verse. Then I call this here the chorus. I call this the bridge. And call this here another chorus. So let's say that would be a song that would be 4 minutes long, and I want to navigate between those things here. Okay, let's say I step back. Let me put this thing up so you see what buttons I press. Okay. Put that down here. So this one here, C, is going backwards in loops, forward. This is start, A. B is loop on, loop off. So let's say I go to the intro and play the intro. Let's say I'm on stage and I have a saxophone. I play the saxophone and I have a play along, and I want to play a little bit. I want to stretch the intro. So I start the intro. And I loop the intro. Right? So here it comes in play next, which means if this little button here is activated, when I switch to another loop, it will finish playing the loop where I'm at to the end and then jump. So I'll be exactly in time. So if my intro is 4 bars long, and I press in the second bar, I decide to put loop on. It will play to the end of the 4 bars and then loop. If I jump to another part, it will play to the end of the 4 bars and then jump into the next part on the 1, right? So I'm always in time. I don't have to think that I step the pedal in a certain moment to stay on time, right? Okay, let's do it. I'm on stage. The intro's running. I'm playing the intro for 5 minutes. Whatever. Right? So now I say, okay, intro is done. I switch loop off. Now we jump in the verse. You can see up here, it's in the verse now. Okay, now we go to the chorus. Now we will come to the bridge. Wait a minute, I have to send another loop tag, so I have the chorus has end. Okay, we're here in the chorus. So say I want to play a solo on this chorus. I'll be playing solo. Now after a while, I say, let me go back to the first verse, right? So what I do is, step back to the first verse. Now I'm back in the verse. I loop it. So I stay on the verse. So I can freely the chorus. So now I'm coming to the bridge. I want to go back to the intro. Oh, sorry. Oh, it was me too late. Wait a minute, again here, we're going from here. So, I'm the verse. After the bridge, I want to go to the intro. Oh, wait a minute, play next is off. That's what the guy said before. That if this happens, I don't know what I pressed. Let's do it again. Bridge. I go back to the intro loop. So I can freely navigate through songs live on stage or for practice. Also, it's a lot of different things I can address to those pedals, right? So this whole list here is all things that I can address to individually to the 4 buttons of my pedal. Or if I have a MIDI controller with more than 4 buttons, then of course I can address more functions to the buttons. And the same you can do on iOS, meaning, let's go back to iOS, the iPad. I cannot show this to you right now because my setup doesn't allow to use Bluetooth on the iPad right now, the way it is hooked up. So let's say I go here to settings and then to MIDI, and it's the same thing. Let me show you. I have to have the Blueboard app installed and open in the background. Wait a minute. Okay, there's a Blueboard app. And it has to be in control change mode. And then I connect my Blueboard, but I cannot do right now on the iPad, sorry. And this has to run in the background. And then I go to Anytune. And I was here in settings and MIDI. Then I can go channel 1, that's good. Enable MIDI in is on, and now I address the things to my pedal. It's the same. I said learn MIDI controller, and now I tap the button on the Bluetooth pedal or the MIDI controller, and it will be addressed, right? And on iOS you can also connect air turn pedals. For this, you go to remote control and pick one of those. You see those little arrows. So these air turn pedals have different keys that they remote control. So they have different profiles. So you have to figure out which profile your air turn pedal has. Choose this one. Some only have like 2 buttons and they control left and right. and let's say you had a 2-pedal air turn thing with left and right control, then it's the same thing. The left, you address what you want to control, and the right, what you want to control, and then your air turn pedal works with Anytune too. Okay, that was the remote. Let me see. Is there more questions? Wait a minute. There was this one. Messy Wolf, sorry I'm late to this tutorial. Is there a metronome in this program? No, not yet. We are working on a metronome, to add a metronome, and it's on pretty much top on our list because a lot of people asking for a metronome. For instance, for counting, for count in, or if you have like if you use backing tracks that have parts with no drums, where you need the time, of course, then you need a metronome. So it is on the feature list, very much on top, but we don't have it yet. Okay, then can you show us how Play Next works? I just did that with a foot pedal, right, on the Mac. How do I sync lyrics? Michael Biswa. Hi Michael, yes, lyrics. Let me show you on the Mac. Like the same thing you can do on the, wait a minute, you can do on the iPhone, iPad too. So let's say we have this song here. Let me erase those marks. That won't be in the way. And let's say we get some lyrics. So I go somewhere here on Google and say, let's say lyrics. Wait a minute. What's long lyrics? Wait a minute, lyrics. Hotel California. Okay, I copy the lyrics. Go back to Anytune. And go up to my lyrics tab here, right? Go in here and paste the lyrics in here. So now when the song is playing, see the lyrics are scrolling. So now to keep them in sync, let's say you have like an intro and you have like, let's say before the singing starts, there would be a part, instrumental part. So you add a space, right? So when you in the beginning of the song, you add some time, and then you would say, okay, then there would be a little space between the first verse and the second verse. Then you just add spaces, and let's say later you had a guitar solo. You add more space for the guitar solo, and now when you play the song, you can get it pretty much in sync with any lyrics to any song. And let's say on the iPad, it's pretty similar, but just so you see how this works here on the iPad. Let me switch that off. 1 second, marks. Let's delete. we would go to Safari. And I got some lyrics open here. Copy the lyrics. Copy and go back to Anytune. So now the you hear the echo? That's a live mix. Hello? 1, 2. Now it works. Funny. So that's a microphone. So the echo. Now it's gone. Let's go to lyrics. That's down here to the right. And now if you press edit, it will say text found because you copied the text, so it's text in the clipboard. So you can say replace lyrics, and all your lyrics are taped and pasted in here, and press save. Now here you can change the appearance, how you want to stuff like align the text, and font size you can change here. And now it's the same. You go in edit and add, wait a minute, here, add space, right? So you go here, add some space, and save. And now it's the same game as before. You get your song and basically, through space, you sync your text to the music, the lyrics. Okay. Chris Lucas, how do you download YouTube audio? Yeah, it used to be in Anytune used to be a function that could download music, the soundtrack from YouTube videos, but Apple told us a couple of years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago, they told us to remove the feature or they would kick us out the App Store. So they said it's against copyright policy to download music from YouTube. So actually, if you want music from YouTube, you have to use like third-party tools like, let's say like I like the what's called Clip Grab. It's a pretty neat app. It's free, and it works for PC and it works for Mac, right? And it doesn't cost nothing. So you just go on YouTube. You open Clip Grab. You go on YouTube. Let me open YouTube. And take a track here.
Cock everybody, what's that? What's that?
Does he play here?
You felt
No,
that
he
getting
talks.
the five
That's
would
Johnny
make
Lee Long. Let's say, is she playing here? Yes, this looks like she's
This is Tyler. Tyler, with Grammarly's help, is writing an email to his boss, Anita.
Can you feel that? Okay, you want to grab that track? So you just go up here and copy the URL. And you go on Clip Grab. And the URL is already in here. It does it automatically. So you can choose MP3 audio only and grab this clip. And put right into the Dropbox. You got the godmother of drumming. Let me put in Anytune songs. It takes long today to grab that. The line is 1 second. And wait a minute. Normally it goes a little faster, but today is in the air. Our messaging app didn't work. So wait a second. It should be there. Okay, it's right there. Okay, now I go, let's say, on the iPad. I go into the Dropbox, go to Tunes, And one moment. So let's say this song list here. I go on the green plus, go to the Dropbox, and get the Anytune songs. And the Godmother of Drumming, here we got it. And I import the song. And here we go. I open it up. Go into the play view. And here we are. Can you feel that? Slow down. That's how I get YouTube videos. So again, like this app, Clip Grab is pretty neat, and it's free and it's fast. So all I do is go on YouTube, copy the URL, it shows up here, save, put it in Dropbox, put it into Anytune, or on Mac. Even I don't have to put it in the Dropbox. I just download it and put it into Anytune. All right. Next question. How well does the voice elimination work? It depends. It depends on the track. Some tracks it works really good. If the voice, it depends how the voice is mixed. If the voice is mixed over the whole spectrum, right, from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, is nothing but voice, then it's hard to eliminate the voice because you're going to remove everything else too. If the voice is pretty compact in the center, you can get it away. And for practicing, it always works. It's like I mean, don't expect that after you remove the voice, that everything sounds like a playback, perfect playback without no voice. You dig a hole, you punch a hole into the spectrum, right? So it's going to sound a little bit funny, but I mean, the idea is not to create playbacks, that you use on stage. If you want to practice, you want to sing a song, you're a singer, and you want to get the lead vocals out so you can practice with the song. It works actually pretty good with any song that is in stereo. If it's an old mono recording from the 50s, you cannot. It doesn't work, right? Because it's out of phase stuff that removes the vocals. So it has to be stereo, right? So again, I had a track here earlier. Wait a minute, to show you quick. So.
I gotta go on and keep pushing up and on march and move along. Yeah, good things all around now that I can see, and they said it wouldn't happen to me. Yeah, so take your hands, throw 'em up, you put 'em up high, clap it up and
So that's the vocal part.
keep it turning.
And you can move this thing here.
Yeah, I gotta go on it. See, and they said it would.
So it depends on the recording. Some recording works really well. It depends how it's mixed. Okay. I use YouTube to MP3 converter by Media Human to download audio from YouTube videos. It's a lot of downloaders, that work. So as long as they're free, they're good. Okay, is there any other questions? Let me see. Did I miss anything? Okay. Yeah, so we're almost at the end for today. We will do another tutorial next Tuesday at the same time. And also, we will restream this tutorial tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, meaning New York time, 6 p.m. New York time. we will restream the video on our YouTube channel, right, which is here. So if you have friends and students that are that don't have Facebook accounts, you can tell them, check it out on YouTube. It's you will find it. Wait a minute, let me show you again. You will find it right here. Go on YouTube. And put in Anytune. And there's already the announcement that tomorrow it will be showing up here, right? So tomorrow 6 o'clock, New York time, 6 p.m. we will restream the tutorial from today on YouTube, and at the same time, if you have questions, you can ask questions by message and we will answer. Not in the video because it's the video from today, but so your students and friends that are not on Facebook can also enjoy the tutorial. Yeah, so there's a lot of more features and functions in Anytune that we didn't talk about today. So if you have more questions, we hope to see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. There's another question. Wait a minute, Chris Lucas, are you thinking about color or naming sections of songs? For example, label chorus, blue, bridge, red. Yeah, it's on the feature list, but so far they're not color coded, or you can't color code them yet, right? You can set your tags and name the tags, right? So let's say if you have, let me go in the, oh, it's the wrong mouse, sorry. So let's take another song. If you set your tags here, one tag, another tag, and another tag. So now you can name them right here. So you go on the info and wait a minute, pick a preset here. So let's say if it's the intro, it shows I, and now you see it's an I here, right? The next one you would say it's a verse, and then let's say this one here would be a chorus. Wait a minute, why is this in German? Did this switch back to German? Because it, wait a minute, should be normally in English. Wait a minute. It's because my wait a minute. Normally this should be in English. I don't know. Maybe because I switched my thing from German into English. But then you can see here like the different parts, but not color coded yet. So, but it is on the feature list. Yeah, so one more thing. A lot of people that have been using Anytune for a good while were wondering what happened to the old design, right? So, of course, you can switch between day and night mode. So that's the day mode. It's pretty bright. We had to go with times, you know, like Apple changed to dark mode and bright mode, day and night. So you have to go along, and that's why we created the day mode, which is pretty bright, or you have the night mode, And some people said that the orange in the loop was hurting their eyes, so they liked the blue better from the past. So you can go on settings and go to skin color, and then go to classic, right? And now it looks almost like it used to look, right? So if I put the loop on, the only difference is this used to be black on white. Now it's white on black, because some musicians said they'd use the Anytune on stage for half playback performances, and they said they didn't like it that the left part was white because it's too bright and doesn't look good on the stage. So we said, okay, for night we make everything dark and put white on black. So, but you can get almost the old look. You can get it back to the setting, right? And then let me go back and go to default, and be back at the default setting. Yeah, so a lot of features we didn't touch today. So I hope we answered your questions pretty good and helped you a little bit to enjoy our product in the process of learning and growing. I use it every day. I love it. I don't know how it was before Anytune. So next Tuesday we will show more stuff, answer more questions. So tell your friends, tell your students to tune in, and whatever question you have, we will try to answer. And by the way, Anytune Android is actually will be released very soon. We already have the internal beta going, and we have to fix a couple of bugs, and it should be like 2 to 3 weeks, and the first public beta of better version of Anytune Android should be out. So go on the homepage on our website. Oh, sorry, it's the German website. Wrong button. Anytune.us, and there's a newsletter where you can sign up that you get we inform you when Anytune Android is available, right? So yeah, one more time, thank you for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And I'm Uli from Anytune, and I will be back next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And tell your friends and students about the tutorial. Tune in. And thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again next Tuesday. So you have a beautiful evening, and stay safe and stay healthy. And hope to see you again next Tuesday. All right. Bye.